Okay, we're back. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode where we're talking about mental health. My name is Omowunmi, also known as Toks. I am going to be your host today on this platform. I'm just going to put Instagram on my laptop as well so that I can see what is going on and catch up with all the messages and everything that is going on. Hopefully there won't be an interference. I'm just going to mute this one here. Good. Looking good so far. So I'm loving what is happening now. So yesterday, for as many people who joined me live, we had us a conversation where we talked about anxiety. We talked about definitions. We talked about symptoms. We talked about how it manifested itself in terms of how we handle it as well. I also share support groups that you can connect with to see what is going on and what is happening all around you. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing right now, so I'm happy. Good. So if you're just joining me, welcome. This is Mental Health Awareness Week, in case you don't know. And so I'm just adjusting. There you go. Let's wave. I see my guest is already in the house, which is amazing. So I can allow her to jump in on quickly so that we can have us a great time quickly. So I'm expecting lots of people to do with anxiety. And we are moms sharing our feedback in terms of how we manage anxiety. Could you do me a favor and flip your screen the other way around?
Oh, wow.
Can you do that? Hello. Okay, network, you won't do what you did yesterday. We're going to have us a good session, a good time. Okay. I'm just trying to remove myself from my mobile data now, from my Wi-Fi, and I'll use my mobile data and trust that it will go well. Okay. Yes, I've just okay. Hello, Luatosi, I see you. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us. It's pulling, but it's all right. Okay, I see you now. I can hear you all right. Now. I was just wondering, is it possible for you to flip your screen the other way around so it's like a landscape? If you can hear me, see if you can flip your screen. Hey, the king. Yay, that's perfect. Perfecto. Yes. I'm sure people who are seeing us will think we're upside down, but we are not. It's just good for recording, that's why. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. I see Adibimpe in the house. Hello. I see Ria44 in the house. Thank you for joining us. I see IOC's Genesis. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we look upside down, but we are not upside down, I promise you. It's just good for recording. That's why when I share it on YouTube, it looks better when it's in this way. That's why we're doing this right now. So in case you're wondering, what are they doing? Why are they upside down? We're not. But welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to be talking about anxieties. Let's give everyone a wave. And I want you to engage as well. I want you to share. Hello. I want you to share as well. I want you to give me feedback as well in the comment. And the first place I would like to start, like I said, I have a guest in the house, energetic EJ. That's what we call her. Hello, King Bart. I see you. Good evening. Thank you for joining us live here on Instagram, where we'll be talking about anxiety. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, Monday to Sunday, and we're using this opportunity to maximize the time to have us a conversation about anxiety. We are just moms. We're not professionals. We are moms just like you who are sharing in the hopes that you get inspired, you get educated, and more than ever, you know that you're not alone, and that anxiety, and more than ever, mental health is very, very important, and we need to take it seriously because we want to live a long, full, healthy life. And in order to achieve that, there are some things that we need to address, and mental health is one of them. Thank you, everyone. I see you. Hey, it is good evening to you. Thank you so much. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my laptop. I'm just making sure that I'm seeing everyone, and I'm welcoming you as you come in as well. Hello, Shem Press Enterprise. I see you. Good evening. Official Gift Solomon. Good evening. Thank you so much. giving you all away. So I have here the energetic EJ in the house. I don't know if you've heard of her. I don't know if you've seen her, but you want to check out the Stretch Street podcast in case you have not. She is the founder of the Stretch Street podcast, where she shares people's stretch stories. I've been on the podcast and it's amazing, and so I will encourage you to be on the podcast as well. Hello, Official Gift Solomon. Hello, Wikipedia. Thank you so much. I see all of you. Good evening, Queen. Oh, back to you, back to you. And like I said, we are not upside down in case you are looking at us and you're thinking, why are they the way they are? We are not upside down because I can see how I'm looking on the screen, but trust me, it's all for the purpose of good. So just flow with us today. So I have here, like I said, energetic EJ. Energetic EJ, do you want to say hello to our amazing audience tonight?
Everyone. Hi, everyone. I hope you can hear me clearly.
Loud and clear.
Hello.
Awesome.
I see you, Isosa. Hi.
Okay.
I see
Good.
you all.
Okay, say hello to all the people you know then. Please say hello to them. Say hello to them.
Yes, Official Gift Solomon. I see you, girl. I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Welcome.
Awesome. So thank you everyone for being here. We're talking about mental health, like I said, and the theme for this week is anxiety. So we're just having a conversation about it. So this is a forum whereby we're just going to have us a chat. There is no script. We're just being real. We're just being honest. We're just moms sharing our experiences of mental health, but in particular anxiety. So if I ask you, hey Bobby, I see you. Good evening. Thank you for joining. If I ask you, EJ, tell me, what does anxiety mean to you? If someone says to you, I'm anxious, what comes to mind when your screen finish pulling, or if you can hear me, just jump right into it. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. So please tell us. Okay, I'll give her a few minutes and I'll start talking. Once I hear her voice, I will stop. So anxiety, for example, presents itself in different forms or shapes. And anxiety is that thing that makes your heart pump very, very fast. It makes you feel very nervous. It makes you worry. And it can manifest itself in different shapes and forms. You're back? You back? Are you back? And it can manifest itself in different forms, shape, and size in terms of different people, the way they handle or the way it presents itself in terms of anxiety. And so it's very important that we actually know that we are, when I say we, all, because I believe that everyone goes through anxiety. You say, Toks, really? Yes, everyone goes through anxiety. And the reason I say that is because anxiety it's part of life. And I'll explain what that means in a minute. The basic definition for anxiety is a feeling of unease, such as worry. So when you're feeling unease, unrest, unease, a feeling of worry, a feeling of fear. Okay, let's invite EJ back into the house. I hope I've done that. A feeling of fear, a feeling of worry, a feeling of unease. That's exactly what anxiety is. And so it's important that we recognize when this happens to us, because when we recognize that, okay, I'm beginning to worry, I'm beginning to be afraid, I'm beginning to feel unease, then it's time to pay attention. So I'll give you the opportunity now, EJ. I've been talking for a minute now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, fantastic. So sorry about the network.
No, that's fine.
Also do with the region, so bear with us.
Yeah.
So I was saying that when it comes to anxiety, it's like saying that somebody is overly worried. Like when you overthink things, when you worry about either the future or the past, and you forgo what's going on in the moment. That's what comes to mind when you're anxious. So something has not happened, and then you're already fidgeting, you're already thinking, you're future pacing. Future pacing is good, right? It's good if you know how to apply it, but when it goes overboard, like they say, too much of everything is bad, right? So if you're thinking too much, and thinking is good again, because you need to think before you do stuff, right? But when you worry as you think about it, when you start to palpitate, just simply thinking about it, when fear comes in, because there's also the part where you can think about it and you can actually feel the excitement that you can't even wait to experience it. That's excitement. That's the positive part of it. But when what you're feeling becomes fear, and crippling and makes you freeze, then that's anxiety, and that's when you have to pay attention.
Absolutely. I like the way you explain in terms of something hasn't happened already, and we are already building, allow me to say, castles in the air already of the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I don't know if you heard what I said, but I'll say it again. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yeah, the first time I heard it, I thought, oh my God, that's a rough sound. I love it. It's been a long time I said it. So it's the would have, could have, should have, would have. That's the woulda, coulda, shoulda. So in case you hear someone say, that's exactly what they're saying. They're not rapping. It's just a play on words. So it's something that hasn't happened, and you are there, my child. And, for example, if you're like me now, my son, when he started secondary school, now he's getting on the bus. Now, normally I would take him to school and bring him back. Now he has to get on the bus. Oh my gosh, who is this sitting beside in the bus? Has he been kidnapped? The friends he's with, who are they? Are they smoking drugs? And what are they teaching him? Peer pressure. Oh my gosh, really? You're already working over time. Hi, on your mind, on your brain. The head is able to be using to think positive, better, good news. That is exactly what worry. It steals your joy. The moment, I like what you said. I'm just expatiating what you said because I love it. That's another side to what we shared. We didn't say this yesterday, so it's interesting. That's why I said everyone has a perspective to it, and that's why we're here today, because I have my own perspective and my own take on it. But EJ had just said something that I would not have thought that way, but now she's saying it. I can actually say, yes, I understand exactly what you're saying. So it steals your joy. So even the things you have right now, you cannot see it. You are blind to it. It's for all of a sudden, it's problem you are seeing. Problem everywhere, and you are trying to be a troubleshooter. You are trying to solve things that have not happened. You have created it, and you are looking for the solution to it. That's exactly what EJ has expressed in terms of what anxiety is, and I love it. So let's move on quickly now because of time. Yesterday we were here for over an hour, so we'll see how it goes. I'm not promising anything, but we'll see how the time goes. So please, in the comment section, everyone, let me know, what is anxiety? If someone said to you, or if you are saying to yourself anxiety, what is anxiety mean? I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section. So I'm looking in the comment section and checking to see your feedback. So let us know what anxiety is, your own definition or your own explanation. Now, my next question will be for EJ now, and it goes along this line. Have you experienced anxiety? I know that anxiety can be good and bad. I try to say good and bad because I don't want to, how do we say it? It can be mild and severe. Maybe that's a better way to say it, so that people will not be like, is there good anxiety? I like to call the mild one good. And the reason I call it good is because, that butterfly feeling in your stomach when, for example, you're going for an interview or when you are about to write an exam. I call that good anxiety. So I call it mild because it's not that you are brooding over something. It's because you are about to do something right here, right now. Before you get on the stage to speak to 1,000 people, or before you come on live like me, like I like to do, that butterfly feeling that you feel inside your stomach, I call those the good anxiety, and I believe they are healthy, just like stress. I believe that we need a healthy level or amount of stress. When it's too much, and that is when there is a problem. So that is anxiety. I'm looking in the comment section now to see if I have any question or if I have any definition. So I'm just scrolling through. Just bear with me. Awesome. I'm waiting for your definitions. I haven't seen anything yet. While I'm waiting for EJ to come back in, still talking about anxiety and how it presents itself. Many of the symptoms that we are familiar with anxiety are things like panic disorder, think about phobias, think about post-traumatic stress, think about social anxiety disorder, which is like a social phobia. You don't want to leave your house, you don't want to go anywhere, you just want to stay exactly where you are. So those are symptoms in terms of the way it manifests itself. Today I was thinking of looking at anxiety from another point of view. I'm just inviting EJ back, and I'm sure she got the invite. Let's just do one more time because I'm still seeing it on my screen. We understand next.
I was literally waiting. Like, I was here all the while until I heard when EJ is back. I'm like, where did EJ go to?
Over to you. I'll let you take over now. Please just take over right now. Take over. Share an experience of anxiety, or someone that you've helped with anxiety. Share that experience with us right now. Be quiet now. Okay, I'm waiting for EJ right now. I'm sure she can hear me and she's giggling away now. Okay, so hello Shadrach, I see you. Hello Ima. Thank you so much for joining us. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, and we are talking about anxiety, which is the theme for this week, which runs through from Monday to Sunday. And today is Tuesday. And I have here the energetic EJ, who is having a moment with the internet. But you know what? We're going to have us a good time right here, right now, talking about anxiety. So in the comment section, please let me know, have you ever suffered from anxiety? How did it present itself to you? Let me know in the comment section. Please put a comment. This is a very interactive session. I just don't want to be talking, which I like to do, but I want to hear from you as well. Please share your opinion, share your feedback. Let me know, what is anxiety to you? What does it mean to you? So I'll be looking in the comment section for your feedback. I'm just letting EJ back into the house, and then we'll take it from there. Today, I really want to look at how we can...
I am so sorry about this network. Like, it just keeps happening like this, honestly.
Just continue talking. Don't stop. Continue talking.
Yeah. So I was already speaking before I heard when she's back again, honestly. Okay, so I was saying, you were asking if I had experienced anxiety before, and I'm saying that I think so. Of course, I feel like everyone has at least at one point experienced it before. And honestly, I used to be a very chronic worrier. Like, I can worry for Africa, and I was just like worry about things. And then it kept happening over and over again. But over the years, I now realize, like, at the end of the day, God comes through for me. That's my own experience. That's my personal experience. So right now, I'm intentional about not worrying. So when I feel like, oh, something is off, something is happening, okay, I can take some time to think about, okay, how could this go? But now I've learned to go with, okay, what's the worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that can happen?
Yes.
Is it this? If this happens, how am I going to deal with it?
That's right.
And what's the best scenario that can happen? If this happens, how am I going to deal with it? Okay, none of these things have happened, the best or the worst, right? Yes. So let's wait and see what happens, right? On our way to waiting, or while we wait, we're going to enjoy the process as we go. Right. So I found out now that in the last couple of at least some months, the worry level has dropped for me personally. And because I've just anchored everything on, you know what? Every single time that I worry, every single time that I go on this overdrive, at the end of the day, God comes through, even if it's at the very, very last minute. And then it felt like I just wasted all the energy that I could have used, that I could have used in probably maybe doing something.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know if anyone agrees with EJ in terms of what she's just shared right now. I'm just waving to people who has joined us in the house. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week where we are talking about anxiety. It's Mental Health Awareness Week, and the theme is anxiety. And we just had the energetic EJ. Okay, she's back, and she will be back. I've just had the energetic EJ sharing with us her experience of anxiety in terms of what has happened. I want to read a comment here by Owl Says Genesis. Like I said, if you see me looking nice, because I have my screen here that is also helping me to monitor and see your feedback and your comments to me. She says anxiety can manifest in various ways, including physical symptoms such as rapid heartbeat. I agree. Sweating. I agree. She said trembling, which is like this. Shortness of breath, yes, and gastrointestinal discomfort, absolutely. It can also lead to cognitive, and she stopped there. I think while she was typing, the chat went off. But thank you so much, Elsie's Genesis. Absolutely, absolutely agree. These are some of the manifestations. These are some of the symptoms, the signs that anxiety presents itself in some people, and they may not know that they're anxious when this happens. They think it's something else. Like I was sharing yesterday, I said, when I begin to have headache, because I don't have headache, I don't. The moment I'm having headache, I'm saying to myself, Toks, you're already working overtime. What are you thinking about? What are you worrying about? Yeah, I've just missed that. I'm just going to accept it. Sorry, I've kept you waiting. Apologies. Let me do it again, just because 2 is the number. Okay, hopefully it's accepted now. Good stuff. Sorry about that.
I think the last person you just read her comment must be in the healthcare sector, because those terms that she was using was just spot on.
Yes. Over to you. I'll let you continue talking. I know the internet had a moment there.
Honestly, it's not even the internet. I just think it's the region. But anyways, let's manage and see what we can pull out from here. So like I was saying that, just dealing with it is just me anchoring, everything, and say, you know what, I've seen it over and over again. I've seen it happen over and over again, that at the end of the day, God comes through. So rather than waste my energy on being anxious, on worrying, on it is painful, because it is like you said earlier on, it steals your joy. It steals the moment. So you don't get to even enjoy the process. And that's right. Honestly, most times when we are on those journeys where we are anxious and everything, the moment is there to teach us something on our way to where we're going to, or on the way to what we're expecting, right? While we are waiting, there is something that we need to learn in that season. But when we allow anxiety take over, we can't even see it. We can't learn it, At the end of the day, when the thing gets resolved, it just like, oh, this has happened. Okay. Then most times, that's why life will deal with us again. And you will go back to that place, because you did not really learn, what you're supposed to learn, because you were overly anxious. So I feel like we need to get to that point where we can really just trust the process, trust God if you're a person of faith, and know that He's eventually going to come through. And this is not saying that you're not going to worry once in a while, that you're not going to think about anything, and you're going to look like you don't care in the world. No, that's not realistic.
Not the exactly, not the real world. Yes.
It's not realistic, but still, it's just to be conscious and aware enough to be able to catch yourself when you are overstepping, when you're overthinking. Because again, like you said, for our kids, for example, we still need to worry about them, but in a sense that, oh, okay, what can be going on? What's going on? So that thing I'm worrying about, how can I have a conversation with that child?
That's
so
right.
that, at least they can.
Can I just add what you just said? Just add a statement to that. What you're doing is you are flipping it. So rather than turn it to worry, because you've already started the journey, but rather than making it go from mild to severe, you've interrupted it by doing that. So you're doing a corrective action. I just wanted to say that. So continue.
That's fantastic. I love it. I didn't even realize that it has a term. Right? So again, when you're thinking, when your mind is in that overdrive level, just think of, okay, if there's a solution, if there's anything you can do about it now to make any difference, then think about that and actually do it, rather than sit and keep thinking and thinking and thinking. It's like, I feel like it's like if you put a picture to it, it's more like looking at like a high building. And worrying about how you get up there when you've not even thought of it. Like, is there a staircase? Is there an elevator? Which one is going to help me? So let's say, oh, there's no elevator, something is wrong with the elevator, and you have to climb that stairs. Rather than worry and wound yourself while you're still down here, can you think of, okay, if there are 7 flights, how am I going to scale it? Like, what strategy can I put in place? What do I need? Maybe I will need water bottle, so that as I'm going, I'll pause, drink water, wait, so that I can. So when you start to think of it in that light, it kind of breaks it down and removes the massiveness or the magnitude of what you're thinking about, that is kind of causing that pressure on you. So
awesome. I love it. And I think it's very key that a few things that energetic EJ has shared with us is about we will worry. In fact, again, I'm a Christian, and I know energetic EJ is. There is a part of the scripture that I share to people every time I'm doing coaching, one of my coaching services, or even when it's not coaching, I'm teaching. I'm like, in this world, you would have trials and tribulation. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, but that's the reality of life. I don't believe there's anybody here right now on this platform right now watching, and those who will be catching the replay, that has not gone through some level of trouble, some level of trial, some level of tribulation. This world we are living, we're going to have trials, we're going to have tribulation. But the good thing is that the end of that statement in the Bible says that be of good cheer, for you have overcome the world. And so that is always my confidence. So when things come again, I'm like, I'm an overcomer. I've overcome, without even thinking of the. So I don't know, for anybody here who, if you want to be like me, take a positive word on it. Yes, there is trouble, and trust me, there is trouble. I'm sure there are different levels of trouble. It could be heart condition or health condition. condition. Let me just say, mention a particular sickness. It could be a health condition. It could be a financial situation. It could be a, how do you say, a roof over your head. How do I put that now? You have nowhere to sleep. Thank you. God bless you. That's the word. So there could be real trouble. But, for me, I have come through to the place that right now, no matter what comes, and that's why a lot of people say I'm always happy, because I have learned to cast my cares. I'm trying not to speak Christianese, but literally, I really don't carry anything on my head. I'm so light like a feather that is
I think it's impossible. I think it's impossible. It has to come through. It has to seep in somehow, because what are the options? What other
there
options
you
do you
go.
have?
Yeah. So this is what I'm saying to everyone. This is what I do. So every time something happens that I know is going to shock me and rock my world, I'm already seeing. I don't know if you're like me, but there's some things that you already see. You can't see if you're like me. You can see, I think this is not going to end well. Or I am sensing, if you are, most women, you have this intuition. Most women do.
Yes,
That I think something is not quite right. The moment I start saying I'm overcome it. I start saying my life is easy. Whatever that solution, I say it is easy. Parenting is easy. Childhood is easy. I start saying exactly what I want to see, rather than start meditating on the problem, which is what energetic EJ has been trying to explain to us. So yes, there is a real issue, but rather than now sit down and start saying I'm sick. I have a headache. I don't have money. I don't have no money in my account. No money in my account. I can't pay my bills. I will say money coming to me right now from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. I say my bank account is filled. I'm expecting mainly the check. I'm expecting awards. I'm expecting people to call me to say, Toks, help me. I'm a solution. I begin to say everything to counter, because you know why? Worry and happiness or joy cannot stay in the same place. You have to choose one.
Just like faith and fear cannot stay together.
Exactly. You have to choose one. I choose to have joy, and nothing is going to steal my joy. I need my mental well-being. I have a family to take care of. I have purpose to achieve. So I'm not going to let a situation that I know would happen.
And I will. We still have
a solution. It may not even happen. No. It's 50-50. It may not happen. It's just like, I'm sitting on a chair right now. I don't know where everyone is sitting on right now, but I'm sitting on a chair right now. Before I sat on the chair, I did not check the dimension of the chair. I did not check the length and the weight. I just sat on it because I believe that if I sit on it, you will hold my weight. That is how we need to go through life. Honestly. I'll let you continue talking, because I know you're feeling it.
I know. Absolutely. 100% with you on that one. Is that at the end of the day, we are going to be fine. So let's just channel that energy. And like you said, it's a choice. And I know it's easier said than done. I know. But just know that you have the power. You are in control of what goes on in your mind.
That's it.
So you need to train yourself to tell your mind what it should think on.
That's right.
And this does not mean that the negative thoughts will not come in. This does not mean that the worry will not seep in. Like we're saying, it is real.
Yes.
Like your rent is going to be due in next week.
Yes.
And you can see it like, there's nobody owing me that will pay me unexpectedly. There's no money saved anywhere. What am I going to do? It is real. Yes. But can I put it to you? Can I tell you that the moment you start to, like she said, use affirmation or, switch to joy or praise or gratitude and say, wow, this month is very, very wonderful. But Lord, I know you're going to do it. I thank you because there's provision available.
That's right.
I thank you because there's provision available. Money comes to me easily. I have solution. You will begin when you are in that space of happiness and joy. Joy begins to open your eyes to see further opportunities, because most times there are opportunities right there where you are. That's when you will now remember that I can do this thing now. Okay, let me do it. And adding the joy and the faith to it, then the result will come. And I know sometimes it also does not happen that way, but check it. No matter how bad you think your situation is right now, you've been in worse situation. You've been in a situation one time that you felt like, okay, this is the end. I don't know how I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what to do. I don't know I'm going to come out of it, but you're still here. So my thing is anything, like they said, the saying that what does not kill you makes you stronger. So if you are not dead, you are stronger. You're stronger than you know. You're stronger than you take credit for. So rather than sit and ruminate and meditate, and again, what are we saying? We say meditation is good. So people will frown at meditation is one practice. That thing you are doing, They are thinking about that problem over and over. What do you think you're doing? You're meditating on the problem.
Please tell them,
you might as well use that space, that time to meditate on your breathing, if for nothing. Play a very calming music, sit still, meditate on your breathing, and teach your mind to be under control. Because every time so even for us who are believers, every time you pick up your Bible to read, that's when you remember all the one things you want to do. Every time you kneel down to pray, that's when you remember all the tasks that you've not done. That time is of essence, right? But you need to get to the point where you can acknowledge what the mind is saying at that point and say, yes, okay, yes, I have not cleaned that room, Abby, and I'm supposed to clean. Okay, thank you for reminding me. In fact, practically, is to have normally, like when you want to study, when you want to pray, have your journal with you. So when you say you want to pray and then they call you, okay, thank you for reminding me.
Let's write it down.
Wash the dishes after now.
Come on, say that again.
The moment you pull it out from your mind on that paper, you have silenced it.
That's it.
There is more focus that comes in. So by the time you put out everything, you can ask, okay, hey, can I breathe now? Hey, let me breathe. So you're looking, you're breathing. When your mind is trying to travel, you bring it back to your breath. Meditation is powerful, honestly. At least that's practical one. But the other part of meditation is you just thinking over something over and over and over again.
Pondering.
But then, because again, pondering on it, because again, that is where solutions are birthed, right? For example, before you go to bed, if you make it a practice to think about that issue, right? The problem is there, like we said, but just think about it. Like, okay, this problem is here. Let's use typical problem. Let's say house rent. Again, you have the whole year and everything, but sometimes some things just happen that you can't even explain how it is that over 1 year you were unable to pay your rent, right? For people who pay rent by year, but for some of us it's per month. So that is even more stressful, right? So you're thinking. So but when you think about it in light of, okay, what exactly is the issue? I say, why am I struggling to pay this rent? What is the challenge here? Okay, is that I do not have enough cash most times. Okay, but why don't I have enough cash most times? Because my job, if you are working, my job, my salary is not enough to actually even save part of it for this rent monthly. Okay, so if that's the case, what can I do? Okay, with the time available to me, what can I do? What can I add so that I can have another source of income to support? Okay, another source of income. Is that even possible for me? Is that feasible at this time? Okay, what can I? When you're thinking and asking those questions, you're not thinking like, hey, God, what am I going to do like this? And that last month now, I asked Yalagbaja, the side eye that she used to look at me, hey, God, who am I going to ask now? Hey, God, who am I going to? You see the difference? You are just worried without asking yourself for the solution. And the truth is, if you practice this thing, I know, even me, I'm still practicing, I've seen it work. I've seen it work that when you question your mind with solution in mind, your mind knows what to do.
Come on.
Your mind has solution for you.
Can I just interrupt you there, because I like what you're saying. I like the angle that you're going through. Allow me to say that, think of like a sponge. A sponge is, it absorbs anything that is in. If you put it into water, all of a sudden it's filled, it's heavy. Can I put it to you that if you consistently say you're worrying about your rent now, because now it's going to severe worry now. Mild is when you think of, oh yeah, I have to pay my rent. Okay, I know. Let's see what I'll do about it. That's a different thing to like, oh my rent, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Hey, I don't want him to embarrass me. I don't have. That is a different ball game. So when you are in that zone and you are consistently in that zone, what you are doing is that you are attracting all the negativity because that is the energy you are giving out. That is the energy you are presenting to the world. And the world is all energy. I don't know if you realize this. Let me explain how the world is energy, or how the world is like vibration, because a lot of people don't understand that the more you consistently say or be something, because of the way you're carrying yourself and moving around, your face is always hard to smile. People don't know whether to greet you, because when they say good morning, they'll say, is it really morning? Because you are just, people are confused. You've confused everybody, You are raining, you are thunder. Choose one. Let us know this is where you are, so that, this is where I'm going to be. The moment you decide to buy a red car. Can I put it to you that every time you look around, all of a sudden, red cars are everywhere? Why is it so? I put it to you simply, without being no gibberish, no magic thing. Your mind all of a sudden is open to see red all around you. And so the more you are thinking about my rent, I don't have money, I put it to you that all you'll be seeing is where there is no money. All you'll be seeing is that there's no money in my account. EJ doesn't have money. My mom that used to give money, all of a sudden she will not have money. My nephew next to that I would have asked, she too will not have money. And when you speak to them, I put it to you, they will tell you they don't have money. They will not. So it's not possible. I'm telling you the reality of try it out. But if you want the other way around, and you say you know what, there is no money in my account right now, and you say money cometh into my account, I'm calling forth money. All of a sudden you just say, oh, and I wanted to give you that £500, so I forgot. Please send me your bank details. And you'll be like, if you're like me, I'm like, thank you, Jesus, you've answered my prayer.
Honestly, I still experienced it. Was it not today? I don't even know. I mean, I was, and that's why I make it a conversation now. When there's something, I'm like, that's how I pray nowadays. I don't do that. I just say, God, not I need this thing, how are we going to do it? But I'm just telling you, Sha, I don't know how you want to do it, but I'm just saying it, I need this. As far as God, I think I really need pampering, it's been long I went to spa. It would be nice to go to the spa or something.
Go, girl.
Let me tell you, I should say those things. You will just see that maybe out of the blue, one friend will just say, EJ, this weekend I'm going to a spa. Would you want to come?
Hey, he has done for me. He has done for me.
You know what? I just laugh. I say, I saw what you did, God. And I love you. I know that my love for you can never compare to your love for me. But just know that in my own understanding of love, thank you. Thank you. Right? Yes. So when you think about these issues in the positive light, to say with an abundance mindset, to say, okay, yes, there is this need, but I know that there is provision available to meet this need. So what is my role in it?
Yes.
What is my role to pulling the provision from the invisible to the visible? What is my role? Do I need to work more? Do I need to sell more?
Yes.
Do I need to ask? Because there are some times that you cannot, there's no way you want to do it. You have to ask for help. You have to ask for help. But then again, who you ask is very important. So when you are in that mindset of taking solution, the person that you will ask will come to mind. I'm not playing.
Now, what are you saying?
You will see it in your dream. I used to say that I don't dream. But the funny thing is I do. And now I'm beginning to pay attention to them again, because normally when I was growing up, it was more like what happened during the day repeats in the dream. So it's that one dream. And if I don't like what's going on, I will switch the channel. Okay, no, I don't like this thing I'm saying. I'll switch the channel.
That's right.
But I've also practiced for a while. I'm not consistent with that practice yet, but as I'm telling you now, I think it's something that I should go back to, which is just thinking about this challenge and saying, okay, I agree.
Yes.
I am agreeing totally that there is solution available, and I am connected to the solution one way or the other, right? So I'm thinking about it before I go to bed and saying, okay, I know that there's solution available. I just don't know what it is yet. So what is my role in this, God? Is this a kind of challenge that I have to wait? Because again, there's that scripture that says wait on God, right? So that means you are not doing anything, you are waiting. Waiting for that one instruction. But there are others that you don't have to wait. You have to walk your way. Walk your salvation with fear and trembling. So, I consistently ask myself that, God, is this the case of, do I need to ask? Because again, for a very long time, I was conflicted to saying, if I ask for help, does it mean that I don't trust God? Do you understand? It was conflicting for me for a long time. So every time I'm like, God, let me know. Should I ask or should I not ask? Because I know I've prayed about it. But at the same time, you're not going to come down from heaven to come and give me this thing. It's still human being like me that will give me. So in the process of saying, okay, should I ask? Should I say it? Because there are some things that you need, that you might need to say. Just put it out.
That's right.
Like you said, vibration, just speak it forth. the solution will come around. But there are some that you don't need to say a word.
Those
are the type like Anna, like God, if you give me this son, this is what I'm going to do. Nobody knew what was between her and God. But God did it for her, right? So there are things like that. But all of these things, like just accept it first of all, that solution is available, and then ruminate on it with the solution in mind. Like, what is this solution? Like, how can it even happen? I don't know, but I know that there is solution. Okay, please, Lord, just show me. Sleep on it. Sometimes you will see what you need to do in your dreams, or a name will come to mind. It could be somebody that you've not spoken to in a long time, and you don't even need to probably tell the person. You just reach out and say, hi. Before you know it, one thing will lead to another. That conversation will come up, and your solution is there. It's just wonderful.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So in that regard, like anxiety, bye.
There you go. I love it. We've said so many things, and I'm looking at the time. So we have 10 minutes and we're going to round up. But before we round up, I just want to expatiate a little bit about what you've just said right now. So now we're talking about treatment. For as many people who are just joining, I see lots of names there. I see Lady Ejiro is in the house. I see you. I see you, Princeton Tosi. I see you, Titi Eden Garden. I see you, God's Will 884, and Giselle Taiwo 2019. Thank you so much.
All these are our names. We need to work on them. But what's all this number behind it now?
I don't understand. Maybe it's money. And then there's Kenny18 who has just joined right now. So welcome everyone. It's Mental Health Awareness Week from Monday to Sunday. And I've been having amazing moms come on the platform, and we've just been sharing from our hearts in terms of what anxiety means to us. If we've experienced it, I believe everyone has at some point in time in their life, and how we've managed it, what we have done, and that's what we've been talking about. And so we are towards the end of the section right now, segment or section, whichever way you want to call it. We have about 10 minutes left, and we've just been looking at treatment. That's the word I would like to call it, treatment, because we know it can be severe, and some people don't handle it very, very well. As many of us, sometimes we cope, we manage, we get on with it. But a case whereby it's very, very severe, EJ has been sharing, energetic EJ has been sharing pointers in terms of how you can make it easier on yourself. And you said, Toks, how do I know I'm really anxious? One of the key things I say, just in case you are wondering that, Toks, I don't think I'm anxious. If your life does not seem to be following the normal path or routine, because we all have patterns and routines that we follow, habits that we do. The moment you can't stick to it and follow it through, you can't wake up in the morning and brush your teeth. If you have children, your mother, you be it, adopted, step, you have children, you have someone you're caring for. The moment you can't care for them and do all the things you normally do and go to the office and come back, your day-to-day life has been interrupted, it's broken, then your rest has been stolen from you. Energetic EJ has advised, calmly, that one of the key things we need to do is to flip it. So every time you begin to, go from mild to severe, that your heart is palpitating, you're sweating, you're having headache, you're having stomach upset, your body is aching you, it feels heavy inside of you, your heartbeat is going fast all the time, you're scared, you don't want to go outside, you don't want to meet anyone, you don't want to talk to anyone, then one of the few things that we are sharing that can help you manage in such a situation like that is to think about all the good things that you have. About all the things, from a place of gratitude. Be grateful for what you have, because I tell you, like we've been sharing, that gratitude is a magnet for more, is a magnet for miracles. And the more you are grateful for what you have, the more you will get. And so when you begin to worry about, I've not paid this bill, be thankful that you have a roof over your head. If you are complaining, for example, or let's not use the word complain, if you are worrying, about a child, then thank God that you have a child that you can care for, and then commit that child. If you're a person of faith like myself, you pray over the child. You say a word of, positivity. You speak to the child as well. Have a conversation. Try to address whatever is giving you unrest. That is where I'm going to. And then be grateful in that moment, in that season of all that is happening. Be grateful. Be intentionally grateful. Yes, you need to find the gratitude in everything that you are going through, because I promise you, you cannot have the two of them saying fear, worry cannot be together with joy, happiness. You have to choose one. And so when this is becoming a problem, then you need to start switching it now, and don't let anything steal your joy. You need to tell yourself, Toks, you are in control. Toks, you have the power. And the more you train yourself, if you have to get post-it notes, and write there, I'm confident, I'm bold, I'm courageous. If it's about your children, write exactly what you want and paste them around your house, in the toilet, in the bathroom, in their room. Paste it there so that you can see it and you can remind yourself and train your mind, because this is all about training. At the end of the day, in this world we are living, there's so much negativity around, and so sometimes you would have to train yourself. Let's invite EJ back into the room. Go live. Yes, I've just invited her back into the house. Sometimes, it's so tough, and so you have to create the environment for yourself. And one of the ways you can create it is like putting things everywhere. Create a vision for your life, a vision for that thing that is affecting you real bad. If you're sick in your body, I remember Dodie, is it Dodie or Jodie Austin? Anyway, if I get it wrong, forgive me. But I know she's the mother of Joel Austin, and she had cancer many, many years ago. And they told her she had maybe a few weeks to live. And the husband said, thank you very much. And he went back home. And then they went back to the word of God, because they were people of faith, and they stood on the word. And then she kept pictures of herself of when she was very healthy round the house, and she agreed. In fact, there is one of the testimony where she said that I stood on the Bible. She got, the Bible says stand on the word of God. She said, I stood on it. I said, Lord, I'm standing on the word. She literally did. Literally, she stood on it and said, I am not dying. So this is what I'm saying. Anxiety is here and will not go anywhere. Another example that I want to give is when Jesus Christ said to the disciples, we're going to the other side. But many people who know the story in the Bible, he was in the boat with them. And this is where I'm going with the story. As people of faith, as many people who are people of the faith here, you might believe, because I serve God, I'm working for God, I'm a child of God, I'm born again, I speak in tongue, in fire, all these amazing things. You feel that you will not go through stuff in life. I don't know who has deceived you, because they have. They have deceived you. It does not work like that. It does not work. And I'm saying
who will it be? If you don't go through stuff, who will?
Go and collect your money back. Go back and collect your money. They deceived you. Go and slap their face. Permission given. Slap their face and collect your money. But they deceived you. In this world you are living, you have trials and tribulation. But the end of it is that you overcome. And this is where I'm going with the story. Jesus was in their boat. Yes. Storm. Storm came. You would have thought Jesus is there now. Storm should have respect and say, the King of Kings is here, the Lord of Lords, the owner, the ruler. He did not even see, because in this world you will have trials, and that's what I'm trying to explain. So there will always be a cause, a reason to be anxious. There would always be. So I want you to settle it, because I think one of the key things that has helped me with anxiety, managing it, and get to a place right now that is not an issue anymore for me, is because I said to myself, Omowunmi, Toks, I called on my name. In this world, problems will come, but when they come, there will be a solution. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. I settled it. So I want to say to everyone right now, settle it now that you will be all right. You will be fine. There will be a way for you, for me. Say to yourself, I don't know about anybody, say your own. Use your mouth and say what you want. Stop saying, if you ask someone, how are you? They tell you, not bad. I didn't ask you how you were not. I'm asking, how are you? Fine, thank you will suffice. Everybody will say, no, try it tomorrow morning, guys. And when I have the light, come and tell me. Ask them, they'll tell you not bad. I'm like, seriously. And I'll just say good morning. I just walk away, because I'm like, I don't even know where to start now, because you've just, you messed up the good morning greeting. So Jesus was in the boat, back to my story. The storm came. And what the disciples did, rather than command the wind, because you would have thought they've learned enough from the master, than tell wind, stop. No, they've been casting demons, they've been doing a lot of miracles. But when they came to that one, they came to accuse the man that carried them to say, let us go to. He told them where they were going. Remember, I said, we are going to. That was the destination. It was clear. We are going to the other side. So you may say to yourself, I am passing this exam. Then all of a sudden, you can't start remembering what you've read, and you're like, Holy Spirit of God, what is going on? That is why you're going to say, I have a retentive memory. That is why you're going to say, Holy Spirit, bring to remembrance everything that I need to remember for the test. Holy Spirit, direct me to what I'm supposed to read that will come out. I have people who share testimony that they did not know what to read, but the only thing that kept coming to them is this section, and that's what they focus on, and that's exactly what came out of the exam. Because it's not working hard. I say I don't like working hard, even though I work hard, but work smart. There's a smartness to be hard working at the end of the day. So to end that story, at the end of the day, they woke him. He was sleeping, and this is where I'm going. It's time for mothers to start sleeping. Sleep through the storm. You are not going to die. The disciples did not die. Sleep through the storm. Get a pillow, put your head on it, and sleep. Sleep through the storm. And stop panic attack, palpitation, barking like a dog everywhere. Anybody if you have mercy on yourself now, you will just die before your time. And like I said, if you die, if your husband is like amazing, you will not marry again, and then somebody else will look after your children. For what? On top what? It's not worth the whole drama in any shape, form, or size. So this is where I'm going with the story. if you're a person of faith, you will have trials and tribulation.
Yeah.
But that's not the end of the story. You have won. You have overcome.
Already.
And let's say worst case scenario. Think about Daniel and the 4 people who went into the fire. For those who don't know Bible stories, don't worry, I'm just bringing a lot of lovely Bible stories. I'm going to motivate you to go and check them out now. So they went into the fire, and you would have thought, oh my gosh, when the fire, Jesus came to join them in the fire. And when they were going in there, they did not fear for their life. One of the things they said that stood out for me was like, even if God does not save us, we are still going inside him.
Yeah.
And do you know why they had that level of confidence, or why they said that? Because at the end of the day, if we are being honest with ourselves, in this world and in heaven, if someone asks me, where do you want to go? I say heaven. Will people cry and miss me? Yes, they will. I will say heaven. I'll be saying, thank you, Lord Jesus. I know people who have died and came back and I said, why did you bring me back here? I was enjoying myself. So that is why they had that confidence that even if we die, we know we are going to a better place. Think about it.
Yeah.
So in every trials and tribulation, there's a goodness in it. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. What is the worst case scenario? Which is what Energetic EJ has said. What is the worst case scenario? I have lots of people in the house as well still joining us. Thank you. I see Urban Music One. I see Francis Murray Beck joining us. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate. So I'm hoping you are understanding anxiety from another point of view, from another angle. So mothers, fathers who are joining me, rest. Sleep during the storm. Sometimes when you sleep, that is when you will be able to overcome. Because the person who was sleeping is the one who stood up and went to the storm and said,
went to the storm to silence it.
Yes. So mothers, it's time to start sleeping. No, let us sleep. Sleep, rest. Yesterday I said you can be on holiday and not be on holiday because you're thinking about your child. What is doing? You need to rest.
Do you even know that most times people go on vacation, that's when they are most stressed, because they pack activity, food, vacation. This early morning we are going for a safari, this other morning we are going for this sightseeing, this other, and that's why they go back to back. Then after holiday they will now go back to the house to go and rest at the house. Like
they will now say they are tired. I know lots of people come back holiday and say, oh, my body is tired. I'm like, I thought you were on holiday.
You're on holiday. We need to learn to rest. Like, I think that's something that anybody should live here with. I'm living here with as well. Is we need to learn to rest. A lot of us have lost the idea or the capacity to rest. We cannot. Even while our eyes are closed and our bodies are tired, our mind is a marathon. It's still working. It's still here and there. Like, you've not really rested. See, when you rest well, you your body will know. Your mind will know, because fresh ideas would come. Right? So again, that's a very good one that you just pointed out there. Rest. I know it's not easy, because it's like, if I rest, things will spoil.
Right now, how is the condition of things? Is it going to get any worse than it's already as right now? So why don't you try a different option? This is what I say to my friends. When you're like, I say, you've been doing it your own way. Try my own way. Try my own way. Yes, just try it. That's what I'm saying. Try and convince you. That's what they say. So try it your own way. This is how you've done it for 20, 30 years of your life. I'm asking you to rest. I'm asking you to cast your care. Have a go. And then come back and say, oh, it's not working. Have a go, and tell me, and then I will show you where and how you can improve what you're doing. Because it's not really about lying down or having a massage. All of these are good. Or putting candles, or putting lavender in water. All of these are all good techniques. Meditation, which we've shared. Sometimes you might need to take medication. It's different for everyone. But the point is, get help and rest. Tell yourself, I rest. I rest, because your worries will not change any of the things. Think about it. You are just giving yourself a problem.
But it will change you. Yes. Because it will bring fitness and all of that.
Yes, absolutely. So in closing, I just have a few natural remedies for anxiety that I wanted to share, including rest, which I have said. So physically rest, and part of the things you can help yourself for anxiety. If you are suffering or you are going through that phase, or you're like, how do I manage it? Is stay active. So like I said to you, you can't have joy and sadness in the same place. You can't have anxiety and happiness. No, you have to choose one. So the moment you see that you're going in this direction, and that is not where you want to go, you want to go to this direction because this is where joy is, do things that put a smile on your face. If staying active is one of them, active is going for an exercise. You could be doing a Sudoku it's so simple. Don't think far and wide and start giving. No. Keep it simple. It could be a crossword puzzle that will just make your mind to start thinking about the numbers, the letters. It could be watching a movie, you know. Some people, when they're watching movie, they are working hard. I don't even know, because it's just like watching football. Watching football is a sport. They're working hard. The spectators, they're shouting and screaming and say, oh my God, they're standing up and they're going and they're doing the motion. They're playing active. I know it's funny because I really don't understand it, but hey ho, whatever works for you. You know, number 2, stay clear of alcohol. You need a clear mind. Stay clear of alcohol. So I'm just sharing some more points, because I know yesterday a lot of people were asking about, okay, how can we sort this? If you are a smoker, can I encourage you to stop smoking and save that money for your house rent? And if you say, okay, my house rent is sorted, for those, because there are a lot of people, you know, in this whatever is like, I don't have money. It's always like a syndrome of I don't have money. Put that money in colo, in savings. The £1.20, I don't know how much they said this. I could be so wrong in what I'm saying, right? I don't smoke, so forgive me. But whatever I'm, put it in savings. Just don't put it in the bank. That's the worst level of investment that you can do. And at the end of the year, you will have, I don't know, £500 that you never would have had because you are going to cigarettes. So please quit smoking. You will live longer. Your mind will be clear, and your bank account will be happy, and you too will be happy. Limit caffeine intake at night, especially. You know, for someone like me, I had to limit caffeine totally, including drinks that have caffeine in there. I had to do, but when I'm drinking tea and coffee, I do decaffeinated for many reasons, because I had a bit of migraine and all of, so I had to sort myself out. Light, I wear glasses, as you can tell. So reduce it, even in the drinks that with, you know, the sugar and all of that, reduce as much as you can. They all have an impact that they play, you know. You are what you eat. So please prioritize a good night's sleep. Prepare yourself to sleep. You know, reduce the light, have a bath, change your clothes, have that face that your body knows, okay, we are going through. It looks like, we want to sleep now. You know, let the ambience of the room be cool, be calm at that point in time for yourself. Meditate, practice mindfulness. You know, all of these things are available on the internet. Eat a balanced diet, eat well, try to eat your 5 fruit a day. So I have, you say, Toks, am I practicing what I preach? I have banana here. I have apple here. I have orange here. I have kiwi here. So need I say more that I practice what I preach? So eat a balanced diet. That's where I'm going to. That's the message. That is it. You know, they don't call me fruit juice boss for nothing. But yes, eat a balanced diet. Then practice deep breathing. Breathe. Practice. When you are tensed and you are stressed, breathe in, breathe out. You know, they tell pregnant women to do that because they're trying to calm them down. So practice breathing in, practice breathing out. Try aromatherapy as well. And you can drink tea. There's some tea that are very soothing, like chamomile tea. They're very soothing for the body. So try them. And I'm hoping that you've got lots of value. Let me go to Instagram now, see what everyone is saying. I see a lot of people still join us. So I have here Oba Music 1. I have Aru Ruje Ife. Thank you so much. Goodwill 884 says, this not resting of a thing screams my name. Awesome. Please rest. Francis Maribe says, rest is of essence. Thanks for reiterating this. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to see that you resonate with it. And then I have Ruth Oni join me as well. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So that is all we have time for this evening. I'll be back again tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. with another interesting guest, or by myself. Well, find out tomorrow who I'm with. But we're talking about anxiety, and I'm hoping that this session has been of value for you. If you've got value from this, can you please send some emojis, some thumbs up my way, so that I know the vibes that you're feeling right now? I would appreciate it. But more than ever, I'll be putting all of this on YouTube so that you can come back again to watch it, and hopefully it would help. You know, send it to a friend. It will be here on Instagram as well, but also I will put it on YouTube, because we need to share this message of anxiety. We need to share the message of mental health, and that everyone has an opportunity to live a good life. So that is all I have time for. Thank you, Energetic EJ, for joining me this evening. I'm so grateful. You could have said no, but you joined me, you came, and you gave value. I see the love in the house. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Francis Maribe. Thank you. I'm hoping you got value. So that is all I have time tonight. God bless you. See you tomorrow. And remember, it is possible to live. Oh, Adebimpe says thanks. Thank you today. Thank you today. It is possible to live a healthy life. It is possible to live life free. to the extent that you are not worrying and you are not having panic attacks from all the things that have been happening in this world that we are living. So take care, everyone, and bye. And if you want to talk, send me a DM. My DM is open to you. Bye, and God bless you. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Bye.